Yep. First off, just want to thank all the subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Much love. So today I want to talk about forgiveness. Now, I know I have visited this topic a few times throughout having this channel. In the past, I think what I've done a lot of with this topic is talked about self-forgiveness. Because that's when I learned about self-forgiveness and I learned about how angry I was for the things that I did and the things I had to live with. When I learned to forgive myself, that's when I was truly able to forgive other people. So again, I'm gonna speak from my experiences because that's what I know best, right? Like I don't know other people's experiences, unfortunately. I may know a little bit about them, but I don't know them entirely. So I'm gonna speak about my experiences, right? So growing up, for some reason, I always felt like slighted, like people were trying to do me dirty. They were trying to come up on me, right? They were trying to play me, right? And I think maybe some of it had to do with my childhood because I didn't really feel in control. So as I got older, I felt like I could control how people addressed me and even how people perceived me, which is kind of crazy because that's impossible, right? You can't control that. But I felt that I could write the narrative. So, that's what I attempted to do. And that caused me to become very, very petty. Very petty. Where I felt like you're not going to cross me or anything that I love or anything that I respect and admire. I will protect that, right? So because of that, I became, like I said, very, very fucking petty. And I wanted, if I respected somebody and I felt they did me wrong, or I felt that there was an issue that needed to be addressed, we at least need to get even. There's somebody from my neighborhood, we're going to get even, right? Somebody who I didn't really care about, I plan to come out ahead. We're not going to get even. I'm going to teach you a lesson. That's kind of how I was. I wanted to teach people lessons. Like you don't fuck with me. I'm going to teach you that's something you don't do. Right? And I don't give a fuck if it's embarrassment. I wanted to come out ahead. I wanted to come out looking like the victor. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Right? Because of that, I had a lot of grudges. There'd be times where I'd be like, man, I can't stand that fucking person. Why? I don't know. I didn't even know. A lot of times I don't fucking know. I couldn't remember. But I just remember, like, and I always say that, you always remember how people make you feel. And I would remember that shit. I don't remember what they did, but I remember how they made me feel. Fuck that shit. When I look for the perfect opportunity, I'm gonna switch this shit around and they're gonna feel even worse than I felt, right? So those grudges, that animosity, that hostility was all inside of me. And I don't know if there's any scientific fucking like backing on this or research on this, but that shit felt heavy. It felt real heavy. Like emotionally and mentally fucking draining. To have all that animosity and hostility built up inside. And for always being on the lookout, always finding an opportunity to get revenge. Like that shit is exhausting. But nevertheless, I was always willing to do that. Once I understood, like, man, I need to forgive people for myself, yes, but also for them. Because I want to wish them well. And that's the thing. If somebody does me dirty, and I think part of it was reading the 4 Agreements too. It's not that they try to do me dirty exactly. Yeah, they did. But at the same time, it's not because they're anti-me. It's because they're trying to do something that they felt was pro-them. And they're taking shortcuts. And that's the way they felt they can do it. Even though I wholeheartedly disagree with how they went about it. And even though I learn that person's character, I don't have to get even. I can forgive them. I can say, you know what? I'm not going to fuck with them, but I wish them well. Because I hope that they put themselves in a position where they don't have to act like this with somebody else. I hope that they're happy enough in life that they can just live life in a way where they're happy and they don't have to do fools dirty. And once I started doing that, once I started forgiving people, and I had to let go of that hostility. I had to let go of that animosity. I let go of those grudges. And that shit like literally felt fucking lighter. Like I felt lighter and even healthier. I don't even know how the fuck that happens. But I felt healthier and lighter. Happier. And I tripped out because I was like, whoa, shit. How the fuck do you do that, right? Like, such a little task, such a small fucking thing. Forgiveness had great benefits that I wasn't even looking for. Again, I wasn't forgiving people for me. Part of it was, yeah, for me. But a lot of it was for them because it's like, fuck, man. You got to empathize with people. Put yourself in their situation. A lot of the times they're doing shit like that out of desperation. That's fucked up, man. To think about that. Damn, they're so desperate they had to resort to these low fucking tactics and shit. That's fucked up. So once I started forgiving people, I just felt better. And now, like I said, I just wish people well. And I don't feel like everyone's against me. Even when people come at me and say some vile, fucked up shit, like, I be seeing some comments and shit, sometimes they get fucked up. But I'm like, damn. But I just think, you know what? That person had to take time out of their day to respond in a negative way, to try to bring someone else down. And I felt bad for them. I forgive them because I feel bad. So I'm like, damn, man. Why are you taking that time out of your day to do that? Why aren't you enjoying your day? Why aren't you enjoying your life? What's going on with you? That's what you have to resort to. And I genuinely feel bad for them. I empathize with them. Like, fuck, man. Because I know if you say something that because I was like that. If you said something that I mildly disagreed with, I'm going to let you know my stance on it. I'm going to let you know where I'm coming from and why I think you're wrong and why I'm right. And if you want to take it to another level, we could take it to another level and shit, right? But fuck all that. Like, I'm a grown ass man. Like I said, now it doesn't matter. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. You could say something that I might not agree with, and that's cool. Hey, that's your opinion, G. Have at it. Live your life. Just be happy, right? And if people say things about me, my bad. If people say things about me, whatever, man. I know who I am. My family knows who I am. That's what matters to me. And I forgive them. Because, again, I hope that they put themselves in a position where they no longer have to resort to those tactics. I hope they get put in a position where they're happy. I just think about it like that. I don't have to do that shit to anybody. I don't think about, like, talking shit about people. I don't think about getting at people. I don't think about running up on people. I don't think about anything like that. Anyone who has done me wrong in the past, I forgive you, man. Handle that shit. Like it's over. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not worried about that anymore. And I ask for forgiveness too. If I ever did something that made you feel like I was in the wrong, I probably was. Again, I'm not the same person that I was. And I ask for your forgiveness. Because that's not the person I am anymore. And I also understand I'm not entitled to somebody's forgiveness. If they say, fuck you, I'll have to forgive you. You're a piece of shit. You did me dirty. You're scandalous. You're this, you're that. That's how they feel. And they have the right to feel that way if I did something to them, right? Like, they didn't ask for me to do them like that. So how can I put terms on their forgiveness? Nah. If they want to forgive me, they can. And, hopefully they will one day. And if they don't, that's on them. But at the same time, understand that hostility and animosity that you're holding, that shit could eat you up. That shit can make you feel bitter. And that's why That was one of the benefits of forgiveness. And I learned that shit. Is it, man, I don't feel like that anymore. I don't feel that there's any reason for me to not smile. There's no reason for me to not enjoy life. I'm not going to allow I cannot allow another person to dictate my happiness. Unless it's my immediate family, then yeah. Or if there's a tragedy, that's something different. You can mourn, you can grieve, you become sad, but I'm not gonna become angry or hostile. I'm not gonna allow someone else to dictate my happiness. I can't do it. So yeah, that's why I have to forgive. I have to. But yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Hope everyone has a great day. Much love to the Nasty Crew. Much love to my wife, babies, and with that, we out. Peace.